My name is Peter Bruninger, and we're here today for the launch of the Boressen 5 speaker. It's extraordinary, viewers. Wait till you hear it. We have here Tyler from Next Level Audio, Lars from Aavik, Boressen, and Ansuz, and Michael Boressen from Aavik, Boressen, and Ansuz. Congratulations, that's all I can say. We just listened to it for about 15-20 minutes. It's the third day of the show. The speakers came into the United States a little over just about 2 weeks ago, so they're just fresh out of the box. Tell us about the launch. Lead off, please, Tyler, and introduce the team.
Sure. Very grateful to be here, Peter. We're super excited about the new speaker. It's our new flagship offering from Boressen Acoustics. Of course, the geniuses in charge of this creative work are Lars and Michael. I'll let Michael tell a little bit about the technical details of it.
Yeah, you could. There's so much to tell about this speaker that it's not justifiable just to stand here and point out. But it has a complement of 4 8-inch woofers and 2 5-inch mid basses and a ribbon tweeter. Each of these drivers really deserve a long talk because there's some radical things going on in these drivers that is never seen before. First of all, and one of the main features about the dynamic drivers is that in structure that has not changed since the invention in 1920 or whenever it was 100 years old. And all magnet system, all motor drives behind the drivers has since then been a combination of iron and magnets in some configuration, using the iron to conduct the flux of the magnet to create a strong field where you have the voice coil. These drivers have no iron, and this is very unique, and that yields some very unique properties. First of all, you have total absence of the distortion elements that iron does. There's at least 3 mechanisms of iron distortion in a normal driver. All of them are out of this. Also, the change of the pole pieces from iron to copper allows for much better heat dissipation from the voice coil, meaning that you get less thermal compression, you get less chance of blowing out a driver due to heat issues. The membrane in the drivers is made from 2 very thin sheets of carbon, non-weave carbon, and in between that there's an Omex honeycomb core of a 1/4 inch. And that gives a very stiff and very strong cone. It's so stiff that I can stand on it, so strong I can stand on it, and the stiffness to weight ratio on this is just, it's the same technology Formula 1 cars use. The ribbon is, many years ago when the first ribbon I made, I designed the first ribbon maybe 20 years ago, and at that time I was stuck with the stock materials you can get. Today, production and our capability of buying into production is so much better that we had this foil specially made, and that allows us to shave weight down so it weighs 1/100th of a gram, and up the thermal capability of handling high temperatures to a degree where the carrier foil starts melting at 700 degrees Celsius, which is above where aluminium melts. So it's a very strong. The lighter weight, better magnets we can get today, opt for an increased sensitivity, meaning that the power, the current we need through the driver is also less thermal stress, less thermal compression, lower moving mass, better transient handling, higher resolution than anything else that we have done before.
What's the efficiency of the speaker?
The efficiency of the speaker is around 90 dB. So it's a fairly high efficient speaker.
How about the nominal load?
The nominal load, this goes down to 4 ohm when you look at it from a DC point of view, but already at 20 hertz it's 6 ohm. So it's around 6 ohm. So it's an easy drive for any amplifier or for any electronics.
Yeah, perfect segue into what are we driving and what are we doing over here with the equipment.
Yeah, here we have the Aavik monoblocks. These are 300 watts, class A, and the C300, which is a control amplifier, preamplifier with a built-in DAC, built-in DACs actually, a DSD DAC and a normal PCM DAC and a phono stage. So it's a full-featured preamp. I'll talk a little bit about the monoblocks because we also have some really unique elements in that. First of all, it's a Class A amplifier. Now, what is Class A? Class A is, in our opinion, that the output transistors never switch. They don't have the zero crossing. And the way we made it, they are stayed in an Oliver bias, which is approximately 30 milliamps above the signal. And it stays 30 milliamps above the signal at all times. So it means you cannot make the output transistors turn off. They will go close to, but there will be no turning off. There will be no switching, meaning that there will be no
notch
need,
distortion.
There's no notch distortion. There's no emptying of charge and filling of charge. So there's no spiked signals back in the feedback loop. So it's a very smooth operating output signal. We have 16 pairs of output transistors in parallel, and that gives us an extreme degree of damping because we have an open loop gain of 120 dB, and if you start to add these things up, we have a damping factor of 16,000 on these amps. So they are very, very controlled amps, and also very warm sounding because of the Class A nature of the distortion that you get. So it's mainly second order harmonics you get on these.
Yeah, we could hear that warm, realistic presentation.
It has it has this warm tone to it. It has a force and a power, but it remains on the warm side of things. And it's a very nice way of presenting music, actually.
Very good. Well, speaking of music, let's play some, and then let's talk about what we hear. What we're going to do is we're going to move the camera and the microphones over to the sweet spot for the recording of the music track. The viewer, you're going to be looking at a shot from the side angle so we can see the speakers, and then we'll come in and I'll join in and I'll say and evaluate what we just heard. Here we go.
Our bodies are hurting like hell. They promise to never leave us alone. Our hearts are breaking like bones. Picking stars like apples from the sky, threatening to throw them in the sea, so we won't have anything to gaze upon. What happened to liberty and the bridges we almost got done? What happened to that was going to take us home? Dreams are breaking like glass. But faith is hard like stone. Sometimes so hard to see. When I lay down and forget this, you need to be telling me. What happened to liberty and the bridges we almost got done? What happened to that? What's going to take us home? What happened to liberty and the bridges we almost got done? What happened to that? What's going to take us home?
That track we just heard, Liberty, we've heard that track on numerous occasions. I've never heard it sound so realistically warm and there. It's coming from the darkest, blackest background I think I've yet heard in an audio system. There's a magic to the launch of the transient, but in a non-fatiguing way. It's like you have this ideal headphones where it's capturing everything in the lower frequencies, and you can hear it here in this larger ballroom. It's a stunning, stunning achievement.
Thank you, Peter.
It's just awesome. I want to thank Lars, Michael, Tyler again for bringing the speaker in. This speaker's launching right now. There's pairs on back order. This is the first pair to come into the United States. If you're in the market for a reference loudspeaker, you have to call Next Level and you've got to audition this speaker. It is awesome. So thanks, guys. What a hit.
Thanks, Peter.
Thumbs up.
Thank you. Thumbs up.